Hello, guys. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you hear me okay. Let me get myself organized here. Share screen. We're going to go to here. Share. Okay, where are we at? Okay, you guys seeing the screen? Let me know, please. In chat, ask Boris. Everybody, please. Yeah, Cheryl, Alan, good morning. Hi, guys. Hi. Did a little bit of trading beforehand, as you can see. Obviously, hang on. Let me just lift this up. Wait, hang on. I don't want to get rid of this. Okay, let me see this. Okay, that's good. Good morning. Everybody coming in the room. Yeah, there was, there was a nice clean sell here. I didn't do the YM because I just a little bit distracted with other stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of really good trades actually. Those of you who were with me in Asia yesterday, the oil thing resolved all by itself. So that was, we actually had like 5 for 5 resolution. We tried to make 3 positive trades in Asia. We did about 5 yesterday. So good shape. Hi everybody, who's new? Who has no idea what I do and has never been in this room? Say hello to me in chat, ask Boris. If you don't identify yourself, then I'm just going to assume that nobody's new and we just need to keep on going. So I need to know that if there are new people in the room so that I can bring you up to date as to how we trade. Otherwise, I'm just assuming everybody knows how we trade and we just start trading, which by the way, start trading. Here we go. Let's sell the YM. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong one. Damn. Okay, we're going to sell, fuck, get over here. So the Dow. Okay, I'm going to close the shit. Okay, I'm going to close the NAS because that was the wrong trade. We're selling the Dow. A little bit late on that. So let me just see that. So that's an 88. 17 target, 15 stop on a Dow. So my target is 62. All right, that's on the YMs. You guys trading CFDs trade accordingly. But it's just it's 17 target, 15 stop on the Dow. I can actually go in here like this. You can see that's the entry. So the entry was, we had the high. We can go bigger here. Probably could have actually let's see if that's getting close. What is my target? 62, 65 on the move here. See if I can get a hit. 68. Okay, we're gonna let it float. So let me see this. I wonder if this was a candle. It was maybe, it was we just opened up, so we couldn't get a trade this. So let's figure this out. So the open on this was 397. The close on this was 396. Yeah, this could have been a trade. This would have been the trade, so it would have already been done. So I'm actually going to do something interesting. Hopefully I can get Daniel to do this. You know how like we have the turn sequence, we have the high, we have red, green off the we have the green on the highs and then a red turn signal. Well, I'm going to see if I think we can do this where if the candle completes our logic, which is that the close is lower than the open prior, we'll turn the candle yellow, and that will signal to us, oh yeah, that's the entry candle. Like we're just going to give ourselves a better visual cue, and if it isn't, then we just we wait and see if if the next candle can turn yellow, or the next candle that provides that condition. The only problem is that we'd have to reset it continuously, and I just need to see if Daniel will be able to do that for me. But yeah, anyways, that's the story. We're short Dow. We could have probably not quite on the NASDAQ as far as the trade goes. Haven't even looked at crypto yet this morning. Crypto is mid-range. Yeah, crypto is doing nothing, man. Crypto is really dead. Gold is at highs. So gold was at highs just before we open up for business. We should have another opportunity here. The 25 is a big area, right? So this was a great short. You see how the close here is below the open here. Nice entry candle 25 resolves at at 24. So it should be in good shape. You know what I'm going to do? Only because I'm going to close this up for plus 14, although it doesn't matter. Fucking made it just it TP'd me anyway, so it's fine. The only reason I did that was because the proper entry was this candle, so it was a candle behind, and therefore you know, lagging in my entry, but it's good enough. It's fine. Where's oil? Oil. Oh, bouncing off the lows. Oil could not hold the 87s yesterday. That was interesting. So, so that's pretty much it. You know, resolving the Dow, looking for possibly on possible entry on gold here, and waiting for the market open as far as the other stuff goes. Crypto is just nowhere, doing nothing. Oh, actually, let's look at Solana. Yeah, Solana's mid-range too. There's nothing going on here. Kind of quiet. All right, who needs to get an explanation of the latest tweak in our trading methodology? If you are not asking questions in chat, ask Boris. I assume you know everything. So silence gives me total consent. Okay, I'll just be happy just watch the screens and trade unless you come talk to me. So that's it. I'll just watch the screens. We're going to change our opening time for Asia to 7:30 New York, which is going to be a little bit better for a lot of people. Actually, it'll be better for a lot of people in Europe too, because it's going to be like 10:30 at night in Europe, not as late. The reason why is because 7:30 to 8:30 is the better sweet spot for Asia for us than 8 to 9. So we're going to trade that hour. I'm still pretty much in beta on Asia. I haven't really what do you call it? Done a full advertisement for Asia trade, and probably won't do it until the Feb 1. So we're just working out the kinks with the people who hang out with me in Asia. Joseph wants to know about FX. Yeah, we'll do FX. We'll do FX. Just want to make sure everybody's crystal clear on the 1 minute scalps across all the instruments. I actually talked about this in Asia yesterday. Let's look at FX. Okay, let's look at FX. Okay, so first of all, I've totally changed my mind on FX as far as timeline. FX is such a slow, mind-numbingly slow, boring instrument that it literally cannot be traded on anything shorter than 1 hour. Like every signal on the 1 hour on the lower time frame is just a false signal. You're going to spend 6 to 8 levels when all you need to spend is 2, because of the false signals that FX just generates a fuck ton of really, really bad signals on short time frames. There's just no, no clarity. It's not liquid. It's not like like the Nasdaq can go 10 points in a second. Euro goes 10 points in 10 hours. So you get my idea. Anyways, bottom line is we're not looking at FX at anything lower than 1 hour. Then we actually apply very much the exact same structures that we did. The biggest insight that I had, the biggest original insight that I had is that the close matters, right? It's how the candle closes that really, really matters. So our first idea was that it's got to close red in order for us to even, consider a trade. That was our original idea. I've extended the close matters concept to it's got to close below the prior. It's got to create lower lows or higher highs. So it's got to create the it's got to beat the priors open or to the downside, or beat the priors open to the upside, like somewhere over here, right? So the close matters, and how and the close needs to beat. So it's all really the same idea, just amplified twice, right? So first of all, we don't enter a trade until and unless we get this combination here. So let's go to Euro. This is actually, it's a false trade, but it doesn't matter because it's not the trade. It's the setup that I want you to focus on. So okay, let's just take it from the bottom to the upside. So let's say we're at the low of today's trade, and we have this green candle. We don't take it because the close here is not above the open here, right? We wait for the next candle, which is over here. Now it's late, doesn't matter, so we're late, but it really doesn't penalize us, because if what we're trading is reversal continuity of a reversal. And usually the point is that because we're coming from the lows, there's more than enough room to go 2 or 3 candles up. And just like there's more than enough room to go 2 or 3 candles down when you're coming from the downside. So we get long here. That's a proper structure, 10 points. Actually, we trade 11.10, so that would be 23, right? So it makes it within this candle. You get printed, right? Now we get to the highs. So we get we get a green red first turn candle, but the turn candle doesn't beat the low, so we don't do anything. This candle does beat the low. We get short. We get stopped out. It's par for the course. Fine. Now we just don't do anything. And this is the hardest part about FX, is sometimes it will take you a day to resolve a single trade structure, whereas in NASDAQ we resolve it within 5 minutes, because it may take a day for this thing to find. Maybe this candle isn't going to be green, or maybe this candle will be red, but it won't beat the low. So then we have to look for the next candle that beats the low, the next candle, and that could be like 5 candles from now. It could be Asia hours before it finally shows enough weakness, enough promise for us to short it. Just like we need enough promise for us to go long it. So like here's an example of euro yesterday, which was a one-way trade to the downside. And if you traded any lower time frame than an hour, you just had your hand at teeth. You just got destroyed because every bottom wasn't the bottom. So you're on the hourly chart. Your first hourly bottom is here. That's not a trade. It doesn't beat the high. It doesn't beat the open. Not a trade. So you pass up. Next, boom, more selling, more selling. Next signal, still not a trade because it doesn't beat the high, right? Next signal, still not a trade because it doesn't beat the high. So you started at 3 in the morning. It's 2 in the afternoon before you even have a signal, right? That's not a good signal. Then 3 in the afternoon, you get this signal. So now I get long over here because this high beats the close here beats the open here, higher high, blah, blah, blah. So I am long. Oh, this is cable. Sorry, this was cable. So 35.96, I'm long. Immediately I get stopped out on the next one. Just retraces me down for 10 points and I'm done, right? Boom. Okay, fine. So now, but I'm still adhering to my rules. So now the next entry is going to be this candle. That's a 96 entry, right? And now we're coming into the Asia hours where the spreads are horrible and so on and so forth. I'm staying to the setup. So it's 96 entry. This stops me out again, right? So that's level 2. Now I get over here. That's a 0000 entry, right? At 2800 hours in Asia. Does it go down to tap me out? No, it doesn't. This is 93. So I'm in at 00. -7 is the worst that I get. And I'm looking for 11. This goes to 8. This goes to 6. This is actually gets me done. So this is a deceptive candle. It goes up and then comes back down. Goes up and then comes back down. So I would have made myself on level 3. But let's assume I don't make myself on level 3. Let's say I get stopped out. So now I'm at level 4. And again, I start the whole cycle again. Does this beat the thing? No, it doesn't. Does this one? Yes. I actually traded this one earlier this morning. Get long here at 12. Boom. You have your trade done. Now you're back to the sell cycle and you've stopped yourself out. Remember, especially with FX, I find this kind of interesting. FX doesn't make it easy for you. Like when we're trading the 1-minute charts, it's pretty easy for us to resolve it, quickly within 1 or 2 minutes. But FX sometimes will take a whole day to resolve the trade. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where we're at on the charts. And if gold hits the highs, somebody let me know in the room, okay? Because gold is the only one that's really worthwhile for us to consider. But regardless, you have to battle with it. That's why you have to allocate the capital. You have to be super patient. You have to have the patience of a saint, because I realized the average FX trade will take you 10 hours to resolve, whereas the average scalp takes you 10 minutes. So, what do you prefer? Some people actually like the whole idea of leisurely 10-hour, trade cycles. Other people can't stand it because it's just so slow. Regardless, those are the facts of life of each instrument. You can accept it or reject it, but they're not going to change. So if you want to trade FX, you have to have a mindset of it's going to take me 10 hours to resolve this trade. It will resolve. You're going to make money. It's just going to take you, a million times longer than scalping. But maybe that's what you like because you don't want to be at the screen. Maybe you want to just check the screen occasionally. And ultimately, when I have the fully automated algo, then you don't really care. You set it in the morning and then you check it in at night and say, oh, it didn't resolve. Oh, it's now battling level 4. Okay, it's like a slow cook recipe. What is that? Is it the pressure cooker? The thing that everybody buys on Amazon that takes you go to work, you put it in there and you go to work and it comes back and you have like succulent ribs or some shit like that. Well, it's the same kind of idea. FX is basically the slow cooker pressure of instruments. So as Joseph, as we're looking right now, we're stopped on level 1, and we're waiting. We're dicking around. We got to see where the plays are. Like if this thing falls, it gives us another chance to sell. If it doesn't, if we start rallying back up, I mean, we had hot CPI data that really supported cable to the highs, but as I wrote today in Twitter, it's peak. We kind of peaked out. I mean, everybody thinks that everybody's going to raise rates all the way through the year. I think we're going to be one and done on all the central banks. They're going to raise once and just be done because there's going to be a much bigger global slowdown than anybody appreciates. So we'll see. The price action certainly is not showing you like a one-way market as everybody thinks it is. But for our purposes, we have to wait. That's basically where we stand. We just got to wait and watch. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right. I also showed a very, very, very cool weekly variant of this yesterday in Asia. And just kind of like, well, we actually got about 14 minutes to the open, and there's nothing going on here. So we actually might have. Let me just check. Check all the instruments. Just bear with me a sec. Let me see if anything's going on. Everything is just dead. Somebody watch the cryptos for me, especially ETH. I mean, if ETH gets up to the 3,200, we definitely want to get involved. If it doesn't, then we got no trades. Oil is just doing nothing, and gold through the 25, 26 is prime for us. We want to be there. So let me know. And then NAS is ticking off the highs. And so is the Dow. We got nothing going on here. Okay, so we got nothing going on. It's a good time for us to. Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh yeah, I was actually looking at NVIDIA. I'm actually going to do this with stocks because I love this so much on my stock portfolio that I was like, oh, this is amazing. But originally when we're talking about this in Asia, we're actually talking about the 6 instrument portfolio: the NAS, Dow, cryptos, and oil and gold as a potential. But actually, let me run you this on NVIDIA. Let me just kind of show you the general idea. And it's still all the caveats that I'm still trying to, the single most difficult thing to figure out is the volatility envelope, is like where the stops and the targets should be given the instrument. But sort of roughly, my original idea here with NVIDIA, for example, is about a 5% stop, 5% target, right? So we are sort of like a $5 stop. Sorry, it's a $5 stop, $5.50 target because we're always using 10 to 11 ratio, just a little bit better on the stop than the ratio. What's XPT USD? What the fuck is that, Peter? What's XPT? Is that a typo? Oh, platinum. Oh no, dude, man, please, no. Don't take me, into the obscure lands of like, I don't care about platinum. I actually I hate metals with a passion for gold. All of you, no, it's okay. I'm just kidding you. It's just my own thing. Bottom line is, there's so much liquid stuff. We don't want to be trading something that does, 5,000 contracts a day. We want something that's trading 500,000 contracts a day. Our whole strategy is based upon two-way markets. Two-way markets mean massive crowd participation. Okay, that's what we want. That's where our strategy works best. So we don't need to look in the unbeaten path. The unbeaten path is where you want to look for a one-way trade, where where somebody corners the market and just runs it unremittingly one way. That's great. But that's the exact opposite of what we're looking for. We're looking for two-way markets. So two-way markets require lots and lots of competitive people on both sides of it. Okay, so That's why we just stick to NAS, Dow, oil, gold, crypto. That's it. But on an individual stock basis, obviously, if you just go to the top 20 stocks, which is what really want. I mean, the whole market is really top 20 stocks. Nothing else in the market matters except FANGs and the supporting cast of Nvidia. Who else is like a big thing? Zooms. Like anything where we got multi-billion-dollar high-tech stocks. Anyways. Let me kind of just run you through the idea, right? So I'm going to start you off like with actually a negative move. Well, I'll start you out with a positive move just to make you feel good. Okay, so we're looking on a weekly chart, and the first thing we're looking for is what I call a turn combination. Turn combination means we need a red, green, or a green, red, meaning a change of price from one behavior to the other behavior, right? From one behavior to the other behavior. So in this case, we have a change of price. And by the way, guys, keep an eye on the who's in the room here? Where's Juan? Juan, are you there, my friend? I'm relying on you. Where's Juan? Oh, Juan is not here today. Who's going to be my Juan today? Who's going to keep an eye on gold? So that I don't miss it. I don't miss the highs. Okay, it looks like gold is actually not at the highs, but anyways, because I'll start talking and I'll just totally lose my train of thought. Okay, so change of trend, right? Red, green, 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 red. So we get a red, green, right? Red, green. Now in this particular case, this is super easy. We got red. The green totally beats the red. So the close here beats the open here, clearly upward. We just get long here on Sunday night or Monday morning, whatever, however you want to do it. You get long on Monday open when NVIDIA opens up, $5 target, $5.50 target, $5 stop, boom, money made. It's like maybe it takes you a week, maybe it takes you 2 weeks, but you're done, right? Now we get to reversal move. We get a green, red, okay? So is this a sell? No, it's not a sell because the close here is not below here. The next candle, and you can see this above here. So the close here, is it the open here? Let me see. I always forget. Yeah, the open here is 55.37, and the close here is 50.10. So well below the close. Am I using? No, I'm using the wrong thing. I need the close here. The close here is 52.65. That's it. The close here is 52.65. The close here is 50.10. So obviously one close below the other one. Beautiful. You short here. So you short on this candle, 26th of April, right? So I'm short the 50.10s. So the next, Monday morning, I put a sell in there with a 5 stop, 5.5 target. So 55 is my stop, doesn't get down there, and then I need to see 145, and it drops all the way down to like 141. So boom, again, another $5 made, right? Now I don't do anything until I get to this level, right? Boom, I get a change of trend again, another $5. Now I don't do anything until I get to this level. This is where it gets interesting. This is where the bounce protocol comes in, because it's been super easy. We made 5, 5, 5. Boom, boom, boom. We're just banking money in NVIDIA as the year goes by. Every trade is a winner. We're feeling great, right? Well, now it ain't so easy. So we get short. We don't get short here because it doesn't beat it. We get short here, but this is a huge move. So obviously now we get retraced. So now we're down. Level 1, we're stopped out of level 1. Now we're looking for level 2, right? So we bypass all of this. This is not a trade. This is not a trade. This becomes a trade. And if you sort of want to say, this isn't really great trade, Boris, then you go with this trade. So in other words, again, you can see this visually. Here, it's clearly this is lower than this. You would initiate a trade. If you did that, the level 2 gets resolved. If you're super cautious, then you wait till the close of this candle, which is 219, and we're looking just to make 5 points, and it goes down 207 next week. Boom, we're done. So you get. You get the whole thing, resolved properly. And then, we get a change of trend the other way. So we have a red, green. Does this beat the high? No, but this one does. So we go long again. Boom. So now we're done. And then finally, we come up over here. You can see this one we don't take, but the next one, actually, this is interesting. No, no, this is interesting. This stops us out, I believe, because you go in here at 306. There's lots of volatility. It goes up against you, I think, before it comes back down. So let's say you get stopped out. So now you're level 1 stopped out. Now you are here, and you level 2 stopped out. Okay, because you still, you're seeing this. You get short here, you get stopped out, right? You level 2 stopped out, right? Now you don't get, you can't get short till you get over here. And I think, now I'm not sure how this traded, whether this traded down or up. I'm not sure. 82, 86. It doesn't matter. I think you survived this because it was 82 against 87. So you survived this, and then you come back down, and that works. Okay, so takes you level 3 in the worst case scenario to resolve it. And that's the whole thing. The bounce protocol is super easy when life is going your way, but it requires you to initiate the kind of structures we do on the 1-minute chart here on the weekly charts. But again, the beautiful thing here is, let's imagine you have a $20,000 portfolio. $20,000 portfolio, the way I would trade this is literally 100 shares of stock. So it's a $50 risk, right? Then I trade 200 shares of stock for level 2. Then I trade 400 shares of stock, 40 shares, not 400. 10, 20, 40 shares. So 40 shares of stock is still 8,000 against a $20,000 portfolio, and that resolves it. Then maybe I have to go 160 shares of stock on this. At that point, that would be, if I'm not using margin, but that kind of pushes me at 160. At this point, puts me to a large area. So on the weeklies, obviously, you're not going to go to full 8 because it's weekly. You should be able to. I would say realistically, you should be able to resolve within 4 to 5. Probably 5 is the max I would want to go on any of the weekly structure. But you could still very easily size it and trade it. And the point being is that this is over a year, whatever the hell I did. You managed to make, what is that, 6, maybe 7 positive trade resolutions, right? So you picked up, it's 5% times 6 times, it's 30%. Now imagine doing this across 20 stocks. Look how easy it is. Let's say you do, I don't know, 3 opening positions every week or 4 opening positions every weekend, and manage them, and boom, it just adds up without very stress. And it doesn't matter whether the market goes up or down. It doesn't matter whether the broad market is correlated. You're not trading beta. You're trading pure alpha. Just kind of really cool. I really like it as an idea. So it's always a 1 to 1.1 ratio. The stops, which is what I was talking about, sort of the volatility envelopes. Really, I think dependent. I'll probably have to look at the ATR. Like with NVIDIA, I basically said, listen, I think 5% is what you're trying to figure out is what's the reasonable envelope where I'm going to make my money and without getting stopped out too frequently, and how much of a stop do I have to give myself in order to be able to kind of stay in the essence of the trade. With Bitcoin, you got to use 10%. Like with anything crypto, you literally have to use 10%. You have to use, because the volatility, because I think it really very much is contingent on the internal volatility of the instrument. And I'll have to get a lot more scientific about it. I'll probably have to, look what the what the realized volatility is for the last, I don't know, 20 periods, probably 20-week periods. And go from there. That's probably going to be a reasonable estimate of where you want to go. But just eyeballing stuff, ETH on a weekly basis, 10% is like a one-day move. You need 10% to just kind of survive. To survive the backflow. But the cool thing is it's all sizable. Everything is sizable. Even, by the way, if you're a U.S. customer, ETH now trades micro contracts, and you basically do just one. Like instead of us doing 10 trades a day, you do 1 trade every 2 or 3 weeks. It's very efficient. You can do the same thing with NASDAQ. You can do the same thing with a Dow. It's fun to do it on the broad indices. But what is really cool is like what I really found it really valuable is like imagine doing the top 20 stocks in the U.S. It's so much fun because there's just a lot more opportunity, and all of those are very responsive to our strategy. All right, so we just hovering off the highs. So I got no, I have no trades just yet. We'll see if they want to run the 400s on the open. What time is it? We've got 1 minute, 1 minute to the open. So I'm watching the open here on both sides. Again, nothing on crypto. That's of interest. Hey, Miguel, how are you? How are you? How are you, my friend? So we resolved the Dow. What else did I do? I don't think I did anything but the Dow today, right? We just did the Dow because I have no setups just yet. I'm trying to stay very patient on all my plays here. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see what's going on over here. Okay. So yeah, Dow popping back up to the highs. So is NAS. So one thing, was it Peter? I think Peter was suggested this. I'm following his advice. He said, okay, so instead of just doing one instrument per sector, right? So that means we have 3 open trades, maximum 3 open trades at once. We're going to do just 3 open trades. So if there are 2 opportunities in the indices, so both NAS and the Dow setting up, which they both are, then we run both of them, and that that is 2/3 of our trade budget. We run those until they resolve. That means we only have a budget for 1 more trade to manage. I think that's a reasonable compromise. This way, if everything is happening in indices, at least we can take some trades on the indices side. Oh, sorry, I'm looking. I didn't realize I had Dow both sides. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Okay, so NAS is this. Where's NAS? Where's the highest lows on NAS? What the hell's going on here? Oh, wow. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we actually have a potential sell in the Dow here. This is a legitimate sell. I'm waiting for the candle to close because it's going to be below the. Nope, it's not. Ah, look at that. Look at that sucker. Wow, look at that. Then that's the beauty of not falling for the signal. So fine, they're going to run it higher. Let them run it higher. They're going to run NASDAQ higher. Beautiful. But look how cool this was that we did not fall for the move, because it did not. They faked it. They were really faking everybody out until the final moment, and then they ran the highs, which is great. So we did not trip a unnecessary trade here. All right, NAS clearing through the 1500s, 15300s. So let's see. Now we get short, but we're getting a kind of retrace. So now I'm going to get short here. This is a pretty legitimate trade. NASDAQ's still not there for us because it didn't hit the highs. So we're short the Dows again for a second entry. So what's my target on that? It's 29, and we're done. Okay, so that was a great idea of just being very patient, right? Boom, 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 patient. We took the second trade, so now we have 2 resolved in a Dow, and nothing else so far setting up. So we'll stay patient. Maybe they want to run the NASDAQ to the highs. We'll see. Connie, you take the Dow trade with me, or are you trading NASDAQ? All right, let me see what's going on over here. Where's the lows on this thing? Why don't I have the lows? Let me get large on NASDAQ. What is, oh, whoa. What are the lows on NASDAQ? Let me see, hang on a second. auto fit data to screen. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So NAS is actually right butted up against that. So we could have really taken this trade. I was just sort of cautious. I didn't realize where we were. Okay. So this is where we're standing. NAS. Yeah. I know. NAS is awesome, right? You chase it to the downside, but it still doesn't matter. It worked your way and that's the thing. The thing I love about the flow candle is, yeah, you could be late, but because it's telling you the flow goes, is going that way because they're beating the lows. Clearly, clearly the sellers have control. We have that scope, to like, because you're starting from the top, there's a lot of room to fall. So even if you're late, you can make the trade a lot of times. That little tweak, I think is going to save us 2 levels on average. They say better late than never. So our motto should be better late than trade. Sorry, Richard, I didn't read what you're saying. So, oh yeah, they're trying to ban crypto. I get it. Yeah, it's trust me. I was actually interesting. I was listening to an episode about Turkey, which is going through like some huge upheavals. And Turkey has an open currency conversion. So a lot of people keep their money in dollars instead of Turkish lira because Turkish lira lost like 50% of its value. But I was talking to one of the guys who's the emerging market analyst, who was on the podcast. And I was like, listen, you don't think the population there is fully aware that it's any day now they're going to ban the dollar accounts? And if they ban dollar accounts, they're going to be trapped in their lira accounts. You don't think they're going to start moving stuff into Bitcoin? He's like, oh, I think maybe at the edges. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be at the edges. I think people are really going to start moving their money into Bitcoin. So yeah, okay, thanks, Peter. Gold is getting close. Oh, gold. Let's go look gold. Okay, so but I want to look. Okay, I got too many things on here. So gold is rocking. Where's gold? Okay, cool. So gold now breaking the highs. Now we start looking at potential setups in gold. And on the side, I'm going to keep NAS because we've already done Dow twice, but NAS is kind of challenging the highs. So I want to trade both of those. Okay, gold through the highs to the 25s, maybe even down, maybe even up to the 27s before we find any kind of resist. NAS could run through the 350s. So we're going to watch them very carefully. Let them play themselves out. But these are our 2 next setups that we want to see as potential trades. Okay. Oh, those of you who are chatting with me in Zoom, who would that be? Sophisto, you already know that. You don't need to. You got to chat and chat, of course. Okay. No signs of weakness in either one. They're going to rock it. Maybe I have a feeling they're going to run the NAS to the 350s. By the way, like this is not my setup, but it doesn't mean it can't be yours. One of the things that I noticed, and I know Miguel is going to actually listen to me very carefully on this. One of the things I noticed is that, like, if we're close to the highs or close to the lows, and we get what I call the reversal to the highs. So in this case, look at this. Look at this little structure. We're kind of coming off to to the highs. Then we get a couple of red candles. The green candle beats the red candle. If you took the long with a target towards the highs, it's such an easy trade, right? Such an easy trade. Even here, and by the way, again, you have to use the bounce protocol. It's not like you're gonna instantly make money all the time. Okay, this, by the way, sorry, I'm watching gold here. This is actually a legitimate gold sell. We got to sell this. We don't have a choice. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be resolved for us, but we're going to sell it. Might have to tackle with gold for a little bit. But this, you see the close here was below the open there, therefore giving us a legitimate entry. But as I was just going to say is, as you're looking here, so this beats the red. You just get on this train to the top, and it just takes you right to the top. If you like to trade momentum, there's like a lot of really interesting momentum structures the same way. Same with this here. So here's gold, right? Momentum candle up here. You get long 24.73. I don't know. I guess it's a dollar stop, so you get stopped out here. This is not a trade. This is not a trade, obviously, but this is a trade. This totally covers the open. You get long here. That level 2. You're resolved, right? Oh shit! God damn it! I'm talking. I'm missing the trades here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm late on. Oh, and I have too much size on. Oh God. I'm really fucking up. I'm sorry. Too much size because I'm not paying attention to what size I had. Okay, I'm gonna have to close this out at my apologies. So this should be a plus 10 trade because I wasn't paying attention. I'll take it, but I had too much size on because I had before I was talking to you guys earlier today, I had resolved the trade at level 2. This is the biggest issue I have with TradingView. That's why I hate using it, but what's going on? Why can't I do this? Delete 1. Okay, I reset myself to 1. Okay, so I'm battling gold, and it looks like I just got stopped out. So now we go to level 2 on gold, which is fine. That's totally cool. I'm going to try and battle NASDAQ as well, because I think there's going to be more trades in NASDAQ. So okay, so NAS resolved, Dow resolved, Dow resolved. Gold is now level 2. We're gonna battle that. I'm back to my proper sizing structures, so we'll see where that goes. Yeah, and seeing this. So what was a setup for us, right, becomes a setup for the longs, because I think if you look at this, maybe this wasn't the candle, but this was certainly the candle to the long side, and it does rip to the high side. So there's a lot of people who like to trade continuation and trade continuation. I'm actually gonna screw around and just sell this NAS, because this is a low below the low, just to kind of do a. Okay, where am I? Okay, we'll see where I'm at. Let's see if the NAS resolves for me. Just because it's within the spirit of what we want to do, which is made a low. I'm late. I'll be the first one to say that I'm late on this trade, but I wanted to do it just as a principal example. So what is my target? 99.50. I came close a couple of times here, and it may bounce back. And if it does, fine. We'll go level 2, level 3 with this thing. I'm not crying. It's just they're really trying to hold that 300 level. You see how they're trying to hold the 300 level? Let's see, and there we go. We get done. So even with me being late, it totally works out as a reversal. So now we have 2 NAS wins. Hopefully you guys took that one. That was pretty easy. But again, you see how watching the price action really puts you in the position of strength. That's the whole idea. All I'm trying to do is just that tiny little edge so that your entry is timed better than the other guys. Like right now, look at this thing falling. It's clearly taking out all the lows here. We've got 35 seconds. We're gonna have to go. Now, could this retrace on us? Yeah, sure. Who cares? If it does, it does. But it's clear the sellers, they took it to 25, 27, and now they want to just stop everybody out who was a late buyer. So we got 19, 20 seconds. We wait. If the buyers come in and they rip it right back up, we don't trade. We only care about how it's going to close. It's got to close strong. And so far, the buyers are definitely, showing them some metal. But we'll see. We got 5 seconds, 4 seconds. We're not moving until the candle closes. All right, now we sell it. So now we know we're level 2. and we see if gold can hold it. It's gonna. What happened here? Did I just buy it? No. Oh yeah, yeah. Wait. What is this? What am I? Control G. Am I correct? Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'm on the wrong. Sorry, I was on the NASDAQ trade. So actually, I'm going to get stopped out on this trade. I'm not even going to bother coming in. I'm going to wait for the next setup. Fuck, I'm sorry. I came in on the NASDAQ because this was highlighted to the NASDAQ. I'm just, again, sorry about the screw ups. Okay. So I'm going to wait patiently. This effectively will be level 3, but I'm at level 2 because I screwed up. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys followed me, you got stopped out, and I'm just, twiddling my thumbs. So I'm going to be, again, very patient. I want to see. This obviously isn't going to close red for me, because even if it does close red, it's still going to be above the open. All right, just waiting. Gold climbing. Maybe we climb all the way to 1830. Gold is having a good day today. It's clearly showing. For the first day in a long time, I've seen it do some breakout moves. I'm glad you like it, Richard. I think I think I appeal to the iconoclasts in the world. We don't trade the way normal people trade. Okay, look at NAS. NAS is really crashing through the side. The 350 now is clearly the big target area, which is really, really strong. And again, if you were a continuation trader, like look at the structure. This was not a buy, but this was a clean buy. Higher highs, boom, towards the highs. If you wanted to run that, you could have run the table on that. All right, waiting for NAS, waiting for failures on NAS, waiting for failures on gold. Staying patient. And as I said, those of you who want to trade trade the continuation trades, those run to the highs, run to the low trades. This is the trick. Like, I love this. The trick works both ways. It just, it keeps you out of more. It keeps you out of a lot of false positives. Okay. All right. So NAS, even if this closes, unless this is like a massive red candle that breaks the 17s, we're not trading it, right? Because it's not it hasn't taken out the lows. We don't have this is just corrective move, not a full sell move. Same with gold. Gold is not even showing us a sell yet. So what's fun that we can play this game. What if? So right now, I mean, if we get a sell here, we're going to go short. But I was going to say, if we get a reversal green candle that closes up above the high of this one, or the open of this one, right? So it closes 47 or better. We're not going to go. I'm not going to take the trade because it's against what I do. But we can play around and we can say, oh, what would have happened if we went long here? Because this is a clean continuation signal if it closes through the above the 47s, right? It'd be kind of fun to play around with that game. Okay, gold finally starting to show a little bit of a red, but needs to really come down to like 27. It's going to take out the lows for us to be able to trade. NAS is actually flirting with a signal, but doesn't give us a signal, not yet. So now maybe the next signal we have gold is not giving us a signal because remember, so this hasn't broken the lows, but it's the first red signal we have. Gold, by the way, is in this massive one-way move, and it like this, this kind of a structure where we have a strong trending instrument. Our method or the flip of our method, where we start buying the sell-offs, like so you buying the sell-offs, really could work very, very well. Okay, so we got 23 seconds. We have a legitimate possible sell in NAS. Gold is not going to be a sell, so we'll focus on NAS as a potential trade here. If we get if this stays at these levels, it's unlikely they're going to run it all the way to 20, but you never know. I'm going to give it a shot. 4 or 5 seconds. I'm going to let it fully complete. Okay, so I'm short NAS. That's our first entry. And then, and we're done. That was super fast. So that was fast. So you see, like being patient, that puts us like 2 NAS. Is it 2 NAS or 3 NAS? I forgot how many NAS I've done. We definitely have 2 DAOs, 2 NASs, and now we're just waiting for gold. Now gold, finally, let me zoom in on this so you can kind of see this. Maybe not yet, but like right now, yes. This like if we stop right here, that's a sell for us. So I'm waiting, for gold. But so far no, right? So far it ain't happening. 20 seconds on gold. And it's not, it's interesting. It's just not doing it. Now, if the gold, interesting, if the gold goes like 28, let's just say it takes out the highs, right? Well, it's not going to, but I was going to say, okay, 4 seconds. Let's focus on this. Okay, it's a sell. Gold gives us a sell. So now we're trying to trade this in our structure. We're back down below this. So stop is around 28, and the take profit is basically 26, 25.91. So we'll see. So now it might pop back up against us. We'll stay patient. This is level 2 for me. It might be level 3 for you guys because I screwed up the entry. But we're battling. Boom. All right. Oh no, we didn't get taken out just yet. Not quite. Okay, now we get taken out. All right. So now just for the for shits and giggles, let's imagine we get long 27. Just curious. Does this go to 29? So like we're going, this basically this candle took us out at the highs. It is at the highs though, so it could easily retrace higher. But it's interesting to imagine this as a long trade. Mind you, this is already like the 3rd or the 4th reversal candle. Yeah, I'm watching the NAS. I'm watching. You mean you very good another? You mean you made NAS? You already? Yeah, I'm watching NAS for yet another for another signal in NAS. I am watching NAS, but so far we got nothing. And also I have to go. Sorry, I have to go to level 3 in gold for me. I keep forgetting all my stuff that I got to do here. Okay, red here, not a trade, but then let's see how the next one holds. If the next one kind of holds below the opens, then we have a trade in gold. Gold there finally exhausted itself. We'll take a look. NAS no signal so far. $20 seconds in gold. Okay. All right, short gold here because that definitely gives us a signal. level 3. Let's see how this plays out. Take profit on gold is 26. NAS has no signal unless, this thing kind of reverses to the downside in the last 30 seconds of the candle. All right, so we're holding gold. NAS has no signal. By the way, just sort of like yet another play on this idea. So I think this was what the open here was 42.25. The close here was 43. Just beats the open. So if you took long here, that was a nice clean run to the highs again. If you were playing at home, that little game. Gold's still consolidating. Gold might be a battle. What time is it? Yeah, gold might be a battle off screen for me. We'll have to see. So this is level 3 for me at gold. If it runs back up, we have to wait till the 30s to resolve it. But we'll keep battling with gold as it sets up. In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on NAS because that's going to be our. If we get a signal, that'll be like maybe our final trade for the day here. But it's cool, right, guys? Like, it's cool to be able to spot the forward move as well as the reversal move, right? Also, notice that we didn't, dick around with NASDAQ and lost, wasted an unnecessary level, because this would have totally stopped us out. In our old setup, this would have totally stopped us out because we're like, oh, it's a red, we got to go short. And it did not give us a clean short signal. All right, looks like gold is going to take me out again. All right, gold is a one-way bull. Fine. There's very little corrective movement in gold right now, so that's cool. We'll just be patient with the thing. I got to go now to level 4. Okay. Watching NAS, by the way, this looks like, well, it depends where we're at. If this comes down again, this is the NAS is trading around the 50-60 level. We'll see how much of a push they have to go higher on the thing. But gold definitely wants to run the 30s, man. Gold really, really wants that bid. And we'll let it go. That's fine. All right, no trades in NAS. NAS still continues to just, power up. And gold continues to power up as well. So we're just waiting for our opportunities when they show up. So 10 o'clock. Just a quick check on where the currencies are. Well, we got a second. So cable is through the roof here. Euros through the roof. There's no turns. On the yen crosses, the yen cross, actually the euro yen has a sell point, and so does the euro yen, pound yen. I would be selling those. Okay, NAS has we got 2 signals here. Okay, watching this carefully. I got 8-9 seconds. Let's see if do they both work. I'm going to start with gold because obviously that's the more important one for us. Yeah, we're going to take the gold. and we're going to try to manage this now. Let's see where that's going to go. Control G. Okay. And we will take the NAS on a retrace move. Hopefully that puts us in a better place, but we'll see. Okay. $340 take profit on NAS. That's level 1. Gold is, you know, battling. NAS stops us out, so now we go to level 2 on NAS. Watching gold. Actually, let's see where we're at. We got 45 seconds. NAS kind of does a nice reversal here. Let's see what we're going to do on level 2 on NAS. Yeah. Ooh, 43. Look at that. Oof! Wow! Look at that conversion. We would have made bank on NAS. It just clipped us out. $29 seconds left. Let's see where we go. $14 seconds on NAS. I'm not sure. I didn't take the NAS trade because it did not look like it closed, you know, below the lows here. So I'll be patient. And gold bounces back on me also. So gold came very, very close to resolving, and you know, it did not. I'm staying true to my stops and targets, and you know, we battle with it for as long as we need to. $21 seconds on NAS. Let's see if that gives us a an entry here. All right, short NAS on level 2. Let's see where that goes. Retraces back out. Might pop me back out. It's a little bit late on the trade. Yep. Okay. All right, that puts me now into level 3 on NAS, and the gold just flirts with the resolution and comes back up. So we might have to battle with gold again. Stay patient with that. Okay, so the last NAS goes to level 3. No trade on NAS. It doesn't take out the lows. Then gold is looks like it's gonna take us out here. So we're gonna have to get into level 5 with gold. All right, gold takes us out. So now we're going to get to level 5 with gold. NAS turns back up. So there's no trades on NAS. NAS actually turns positive. And gold through to the 30s. Like, you know, like I said, we just missed the corrective move, and now it takes out the 30s. So now we're going to have to hopefully be able to resolve it somewhere somewhere above the 30s once the corrective move happens. NAS goes up to the 60s. So again, we're going to watch both of those corrective moves now for a resolution. Through the 30s on gold. So they ran the stops right there. Notice how this is forcing us to be super patient. You know, we're not moving. We're not guessing. We're not trying to anticipate anything. Just letting the market do its thing until it shows us a change of trend. Ooh, look at that. They took out the 30 stops right there. Boom, 35s. Gold really rocking. So it's clear. So yeah, they took out the stops hardcore there. And that's, by the way, another reason why we do what we do. We don't fight, you know, we don't fight the move. We just stand down. I got 10 seconds on NAS. That's actually could be a setup. I'm watching this very carefully. If it stays in the 49s, it's going to be a setup for me. But if it doesn't, okay, I think it's a setup. It's close enough. I'm not sure. I'm probably not, but I'll give it a shot. So 38 is my take profit. Probably, I know it's not clear if it was a great setup in NAS. It was super fast, but you know, I'll play it. Ooh, there we go. Come on. 38.75, almost. There we go. Okay, so NAS gets resolved. So our only point of interest now is gold, which is rocking, which is now just looks like the bulls just going to squeeze this mercilessly. So we hang back. We are very, very patient. We're a little bit over the hour, but if you guys want to hang with me, because this is it's an interesting trade, right? You know, we were watching that whole big level. It held, and then just, you know, blew up like a balloon. And so now we know. Now we're going to watch this very carefully. Let them play their, you know, their routine here, and just wait until we get our setups. I wonder if they're going to try and push it to 1840. They might. That's a, you know, big like $10 move here in the last 2 minutes. It's a big buy up. You know, one of the other things is sort of to understand the setup is a lot of people have already, you know, built up a lot of profit here. So the whole idea is that, you know, they're going to try and build up a little bit more, but like as the profit starts to stall, it starts to slip out of their hands, they're going to be a lot more eager to want to liquidate the profit. So this is an interesting candle. We got 42 seconds now. If this candle closes to the lows, that's a sell signal for us, because it's going to take out the opens here. So far, no, but like we can watch it carefully. $19 seconds, 18 seconds. Let's see how it trades out. The other thing you'll notice is that after the big bust out candles, the next couple of candles, the progress forward is considerably smaller, right? So there's a big burst, and now there's just a little bit harder. You're fighting the wind a little bit more. You're fighting the sell offers a little bit more here. Again, watching this candle when you want to see how it trades. This is what 36.40, basically 36.50. Anywhere 36 underneath 36.50 on the close creates a potential sell entry for us. "22 seconds left. Let's see how it holds. "10, 11 seconds. So again, as I said, it's got to be underneath 50. Doesn't look like they're going to close below 50, but we'll watch it carefully. Nope, they hold it up. But the next candle here, we got to see how that closes. So it's basically, if this one is underneath the 50, then that's a triggered candle for us. They're holding it tight. 20 seconds left here. They held it. We stayed. We don't move. Again, same kind of story. Got to be underneath 50 for us to trade. Looks like they want to push it. Maybe they want to push it to the 37s, 38s. Last kind of a short sell-off and a final push higher. We'll let them do their thing. See, it's pretty much an equilibrium level. Buyers and sellers are just, it's a tug of war, and no side is winning. It's actually like a good way of looking at charts.
And this is another one, but instead of sticking with the process, the good process, late last year, the Biden administration veered course, and it invited the type of manipulation that we saw.
Okay, sorry, somebody's news came on. Okay, it's 37. We keep moving. It keeps pushing higher, so we'll let them do their thing. Again, in this case, I think we would need. What am I looking over here? Yeah, still like below 60 now. Instead of below 50, it'd have to be below 60. So like 55 would actually give us a sell signal. But you see, it's just, it's totally flatlined after a massive, massive burst higher. Everybody trying to battle both ways. Nobody knows which way we're going to go just yet. So what is the open on this one? Let's see. The open on this one is 73. So it's underneath 73 actually. It's got to be 73 that we're looking to break below. How much time we have? Oh, we got it. Let's get short here. That did break the 73s. We'll see if that works for us. 35.63 is our target. Let's see where we go here. So still battling the push higher here. For the sell-offs are very, very shallow because it's obviously a very strong rally in gold today that we haven't seen in a couple of weeks. So I have to respect the rally here. Oh, really flat line here. Really flat line here. If we can't resolve it like in the next minute or two, we're gonna take this offline, guys, and I'll update you tomorrow because I don't want to keep you guys. We're already well over our time, and I actually got to go pretty soon. But yeah, we sort of died here. And we have to be very patient, and it may take another 10-15 minutes. We'll see. I'm gonna let this minute expire, and then we'll close up shop, and then I'll update you guys later because this is this is why we like trading NASDAQ, because it resolves fast. Okay, I'll let you guys go. I'll keep you up to date. If I have to go level 6, I'll go level 6. If this resolves, it resolves. It's just it's super slow. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys at Asia today, 7:30. Change of time. I'm going to change all the times on the stuff. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Maybe it's moving our way. I'm not going to hold my breath. All right, I'll update you in the room. Everybody have a wonderful day. Everybody take care.